I am so full of cake. Oh, I love cake. I can't be any clearer than that. I love cake. I could eat 2 or 3 cakes in a single day. I could eat every cake in New York City. They won't even let me in the bakeries anymore. Because I'll eat all the cake. I'll walk in and say, "Where's the cake? Give me the cake. I love cake. Oh, how I love Italian food. I eat it all the time. Not just because of how good it tastes, but also how good it rhymes. Minestrone, cannelloni, spaghettini, scapolini, marinara, carbonara, franceses, and bolognese. I don't use excuses. I never liked them. The people who say they were born this way. Husky, stocky, big bone. Let me start by setting your mind at ease. This is not glandular. Food. Food is much more than what we see on the surface. In fact, according to Ann Keefe in a 2007 article, Why I Love Food and You Should Too, food is tasty, delicious, inventive, colorful, magical, and sometimes a barrier of happiness. So with the poetry Cake by Todd Colby, This Is Not Glandular by Dan O'Neill, Fat Jokes by Roan, and Italian Food by Shel Silverstein, a program about our love-hate relationship with food. I am not a fat man. I am a fat man. Any fewer syllables is an injustice to my girth. And I'm damn proud of it. I'm proud of this body. I chose to be this size. Chose a body as booming as my voice, with the softness to counter my sharp-tongued words. Chose puppy cheeks so my grandma would always have something to pinch. I chose hands that look like hot dogs glued to a baseball, because that is really funny to picture. I chose to be a mountain of a man, just in case any ladies were feeling adventurous and wanted to hike to the summits. Trust me, this is not glandular. I chose this body because of the women. Because ladies love the funny fat guy. Because any lady that wouldn't take me if I was fat is nobody that I would want if I were thin. Because I am 250 pounds of cuddling, bearing down on you like a force of nature. There is no escape from my snuggling. Because I am a teddy bear. Whose heart is on E and desperately awaits the next woman to refuel him. Yo, these fat jokes right here, are mad heavy. Some of y'all might get mad at me. Shit, I might lose all my fat friends. Oh, wait, I don't have any. You look like the Teflon Don if he was covered in Teflon. Or a walrus who dipped all his blubber in Exxon. Fuck a bug. He's killed every single mammal he's ever stepped on. If Biggie saw this Biggie, he would think he was dead wrong. But I chose this body. I chose this body because of the food. Because there are 6 meals in a day. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, siesta, dinner, and the Taco Bell drive-thru. And they are all the most important meal of the day. Because just like lonely and angry and horny, we all get hungry. And because my mom told me that some people show love by cooking. So I got cookies instead of hugs. Meatloaf instead of kisses. And fried spaghetti sandwiches replace bedtime stories. But I cleaned my plate every single time, right? Because it was all that I could do to say, I love you too. I mean, I never knew my dad. And Rick was never the hands-on stepfather, unless you count the less than occasional slap upside the head. So food gave me surrogate fathers. Chef Boyardee and Colonel Sanders became my models for manhood, which explains my obsession for weird hats. I chose this body because of 7th grade PE. Because if the fat guy is confident when changing clothes, it will make others more confident. Because dodgeball is a crappy sport, so who cares if I get knocked out first? Because running the mile is torture! But so are the jokes when the fat guy can't finish it. You got a million ways to sweeten cakes, but not one way to lean your face in? All this room for cheese and bacon, but let me guess, the greens were taken? I mean, your blood pressure is higher than the price of a brick. You're addicted to steaks if we're talking life on the strip. We need a whole tray to put ice on your wrist, and your fingers are too fat so you fucking type with a stick. I mean, the fact that you're fat says so much about you as a man. No long-term goals, no perseverance, and you can't stick to a plan. So I don't give a fuck if I lose today or fucking lose the race. You won't win at life until you fucking lose the weight. I chose this body because other people not liking my body is not a good enough reason for me to change it. This is not glandular. It's just fat. And for the first time in my life, I'm proud of that. So to the bullies, the lunch ladies, to the women who never gave me a chance, and the doctors who laughed when I stepped on their scales, to the jerks and the jocks and the football coaches who barraged me with insults, to Rick and the Colonel, and anybody who has ever used F-A-T as an insult, well, you can all do what I've spent the last 3 decades of my life doing. You can eat it.